Hey guys, what up? Welcome back. Just one word again on the issue of recovery and leaving drugs. So yeah, it's some time ago I visited some rehab centers, and I won't say their name to protect them, but there's this one where 99% of people who went to the rehab came back again the next year and the next year. So okay, what happened was I was at this one rehab, I was teaching there, and so I asked about their statistics, success rates. I said, how many people come back, stay off drugs, and then how many people actually have to come back to to rehab the next year again. And the lady in charge said to me, oh yeah, we have really good students, it's really, really successful. So what she said was that 98% of people who had come to the rehab the previous year came back. And so I only checked for their past 3 years. So the same people from the third year came back to the second year, and then the previous year, and then this year, which was like the fourth year. So it's like at least 90% of people who go through their rehab go back again, which means they relapse. And for them, this was, wow, these are really good students, and they're having successful rates, which is a bit funny, which is true. It is successful in terms of business, because this means more money coming into the company, into the rehab. But in terms of people becoming better, that's huge failure. That's like 2% success. Would you go to a doctor who has 2% success? Would you go for surgery to a doctor who has 2% of their patients remain alive, and then the 98% dies? Would you go for that? No, you wouldn't. I wouldn't either. So, but this was the issue with this rehab, and yeah, they did business this way. But yeah, hopefully they've now stopped. I did a little bit teaching on that. And then the next rehab where I visited again, where they were treating most of the people who went to the rehab had heroin problems. And so, but something interesting always happened there. People always come with one problem, like heroin addiction, but then everybody left with nicotine or smoking addiction. So it was like a switch. It's easy to stop using a particular drug, but recovery is another deal. So what I saw in this rehab is like it was a switch center where people go in with one addiction, go into rehab, switch, get a different addiction, and then go back home, because everybody was coming out with a different form of addiction, yet it was considered as successful, and it was successful. So I just wanted to say to people, don't leave your recovery to someone else. Don't leave your recovery to a rehab center. Don't leave your recovery to an addiction counselor or recovery coach. You need to have a vision of your preferred future self in the future. So recovery should mean something to you. Recovery is never the same thing to everybody. So you have to define what it means to be well, what wellness means to you. Does wellness mean that you're leaving heroin and then now you're smoking? If that is what it means, then muzzle tough, go for it. If it's not, then you need to revise. You need to revise your actions while in rehab anyway. Okay, that's 4 minutes. See you later.